Some people asked for a boxing video, so if this helps, I'm gonna make a boxing video. Oh, and not that kind of boxing, actually this kind of boxing. I'm gonna be boxing up this model from CA 3D Studios. I'm very sad to see this one go. It is one of my favorites, I'm not gonna lie. I really like this model. And now it is no longer gonna be in my shop of models. So let's not worry about that and let's talk about the box. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a double wall box. These boxes are more expensive, but they're really stiff. This is important, I would assume, for sending things in a box that you don't want to break. And for protection, I have multiple things that I'm going to be using. This is bubble wrap. We all know bubble wrap. Once I've done bubble wrapping things, I'm going to be using this pump, and I'm going to pump up this plastic, and this plastic's going to have air in it, which looks like that, and then that's going to help to prevent the bubble wrap from getting damaged. And then in order to prevent that from getting damaged, I have this massive bag of peanuts, packing peanuts, which are environmentally friendly, and you can just literally put them in water and they will dissolve. So I'm not killing the environment other than the plastic, so sorry to the sea turtles that are going to die from people getting their models, but that's what's going to happen.
This video is sponsored by the Munbin 402 Bluetooth printer. Nowadays, when sending out parcels, you want an efficient, easy to use label printer. Carrier pigeons just won't cut it anymore. And that is where this little label printer comes in. To use it, all we need to do is download their app. Using the QR codes provided with the printer, simply select the correct model, which in this case is the RW402B, and make sure to connect it via Bluetooth to your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Then follow the on-screen instructions to print all the labels you need. One cool feature is that when switching label sizes, the app can automatically detect the change and therefore change the settings for you. And look at this! The printer is sturdy enough that you could pull a label out of a dog's mouth and the printer can still handle it. These shiny round labels would be great for personalizing product packaging by popping on your logo or even a QR code to your online store. Shipping all of these models out has been easier thanks to Munbin. Check the link in the description today to get your own label printer. Now back to your dad playing with cardboard.
So I guess the first step is going to be to wrap it up. This is one of those models that annoyingly I glued her in because she was leaning a little bit forward. So I glued her, and I don't want to take it apart because I might break it. So I'm not going to break it, and if someone wants to take it apart and break it, that wouldn't be my fault. So the first thing I'm going to deal with is the small little bits. I think I'm going to put this inside of a little bag that I have, and then the hands I'm going to wrap up each individually. So I've stripped this bubble wrap down to thinner pieces. At least, like, each size is kind of the size that you need for the model or the part. If I keep banging that, does that irritate? Each part is roughly the size that I would need for each part of the model. That doesn't make English. So on parts like this, where there is like a large gap where things can get broken, I like to ball up the bubble wrap and stuff it in there, or take some of those peanuts and stick it in there as well. Now I'm going to use something like this bubbly stuff over the top of that bubble wrap to create like a cocoon for it to sit in. I already have enough that I now need to check if it actually fits in the size box that I've chosen. So I'm going to actually tape up my box. And on the subject of taping up a box, very important actually, if you're posting something, use this tape. Do not buy this awesome packaging tape that you can get that matches the box and looks really cool, because none of the stickers stick to this tape, and all of the import things and everything that need to get stuck onto for postage come off. So don't use that tape, use this tape. This is not the good one, this is the good one. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I just want to say something which probably isn't true at all, but in my opinion, I feel like if you present your package nicely, then maybe the postman might be nicer with it. If it looks grubby, they might kick it around a bit more. It's probably not true, but it's my theory anyway. Also, I have a major OCD issue, so making the tape look good, I think, is a very important part of this process. Besides, it just shows that you actually cared. Now I'm going to check if everything fits inside of the box, at least how it is right now, and then I can decide if I need a bigger box or if this one can do. So what I'm looking for inside of the box is whether there's going to be enough wiggle room for it to not be kicked about too much, but I can still protect the outer edges of everything. Bearing in mind, I need to be able to fit that whole base in there as well, upright, so I might actually need a bigger button, maybe not, I don't know. If some of your beard hair happens to get in there, don't worry about it. Leave that, that is part of the surprise for the customer when they receive their model. Now we need to fill all this extra space with peanuts so that it doesn't move around. I don't know why I shouted that.
Some plastic, more models to paint, more shelf space to take up, and if one falls off in place, it won't matter because I can just print another.
That's how you pack your box. I'm gonna be totally honest though, whether your model makes it or not is gonna come down to how the model was designed. If there are little sticky out bits that hang out off, like you just can't stop them from being broken. I think there are other ways of packing where you can use like an expanding foam and stuff, but I'm scared that that's going to break the model as it expands. Like these things are super fragile. There's no other way. I can't think of any other way other than cutting out foam pieces for each and every single individual one, which would have taken me weeks for this particular project. So perhaps that's not the best way for something like this. Anyway, hopefully this video helps you with your packaging, and if you didn't like what you saw, I don't actually care. Now you can kindly f*** off.